Why choose Ranger Detectives Agency to help you fight fraud? Fighting fraud is one of the most difficult jobs in any organization. It is not like fixing a broken machine or solving a simple math problem. Fraud is a human problem, born from deception and hidden intentions. It forces you to question people you trust, to look for lies where you expect honesty, and to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature. This task is never pleasant. It means you must become a detective inside your own company, or hire a private detective to help, searching for clues that someone is actively trying to hide. This path is filled with suspicion and difficult conversations, which is why so many prefer to look the other way, hoping the problem simply disappears on its own. Fraud is not limited to big banks or powerful corporations. It can infect any group, big or small. From a local community club to a multinational company, no one is immune. The reason it is so widespread is that it preys on our basic instincts to trust one another. We want to believe that our colleagues, partners, and friends are honest. Fraudsters exploit this trust for personal gain. They are chameleons, blending into their surroundings and using their positions to manipulate systems. This makes the fight against fraud a universal challenge, requiring constant vigilance in every corner of business and society, because the threat is always present. The fight is made even harder because fraud rarely works alone. It is often a symptom of a much larger problem within an organization's culture. Where you find fraud, you will likely find its companions: corruption, nepotism, and a general lack of integrity. These vices create an environment where dishonesty can thrive. Corruption might allow a fraudulent act to be approved, while nepotism places unqualified or unethical people in positions of power where they can enable or commit fraud without fear of being caught. It becomes a tangled web of bad behavior, where one dishonest act supports and conceals another, making it nearly impossible to unravel. Think of it this way: fraud is like a weed in a garden. If you only pull the visible part, the root remains underground, ready to sprout again. To truly get rid of the problem, you have to dig deep and remove the entire root system. This means addressing not just the single act of fraud, but also the culture that allowed it to grow. It requires leaders to take a hard look at their own policies, their hiring practices, and the ethical standards they enforce. It is a slow and demanding process, but it is the only way to ensure the problem does not return, stronger than before. Fraud can be compared to a virus. It does not spread through the air, but through words, influence, and relationships. It begins with one person who decides to deceive others for personal gain. This person then infects others through conversations, convincing them to participate or to simply look the other way. This is called collusion, and it is how small